Welcome to YouTube channel Lingareddy Chemistry J NEET. Present chapter carbohydrates. The subtopic is polysaccharide, lecture 3. In this video we are going to discuss about polysaccharides. What are the polysaccharides? Poly means many, saccharide means mono units, monosaccharides. Already we know that. In the last class we discussed glucose, fructose, these are monosaccharides. The polysaccharides contain a large number of monosaccharide units joined together by glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage means in the last class we discussed this monosaccharide and monosaccharide, two monosaccharides are combining with oxygen. These are the most commonly encountered carbohydrates in nature. Generally the common name is carbohydrates. Our chapter name also carbohydrates. They mainly act as the food storage or structural materials. The first polysaccharide we are going to discuss here, starch. The starch is the main storage polysaccharide of plants. It is the most important dietary source for human beings. High content of starch is found in cereals, roots, tubers, and some vegetables. It is a polymer of alpha glucose and consists of two components. Here, important these two names, amylose and amylopectin. Okay, amylose and amylopectin. See here, we are talking about starch, where it is in the cereals, okay, in the roots, generally aloo, carrot, these are, okay. In this is found by alpha glucose. Alpha glucose. This alpha glucose is a polymer. In this polymer, depends on this alpha glucose arrangement, it is classified into two parts. One is amylose. The another one is amylopectin. Amylopectin. Now amylose is water soluble. It is H2O. Under amylose is soluble hota hai. Soluble. This amylopectin, you can see water soluble component which constitutes 15 to 20% is there. 15 to 20%. Chemically, amylose is a long branched chain with 200 to 1000 alpha D glucose units. ये generally long chain रहता है, no branches, and 200 to 1000 carbons. The linkage is C1 and C4 linkage. C1 and C4 linkage. Okay. Next, in the amylopectin is insoluble in water. ये insoluble होता है, ये maximum तो 85% is there in the starch. It is a branched one. It has some branches. See, first line and second line has connected like this. This is the branches. Okay, it may has like this. It has some branches. It is a branched chain polymer of alpha D glucose. So first amylose structure you can see it is a linear structure. It is the linear structure, एक के पीछे एक continuously amylose. Then if it is branches are there, branches, this is called amylopectin. Amylose में only C1, C4 carbons are there. Here C1, C4 carbons are there, and C1, C6 linkage, this is the cross linkage, branch is forming, this is the cross bonding. Okay, now see amylopectin structures. The units which change is found by C1, C4, ये दोनों में common था C1, C4 linkage, whereas branching occurs C1, C6. C1, C4 तो common है, maximum disaccharide में भी वही है, इसमें भी है, लेकिन C1, C6 is the branched chain is there. Okay, branched. C1, C6 glycosidic linkages are there. See here, important thing is amylose and amylopectin is there in the starch. Okay, then the bond connectivity and the structure you have to remember. Amylose में only straight chain is there. In the amylopectin में branches are there. Okay, this is the main 2-3 points important. Next important, cellulose. If the starch we are eating, a cellulose we cannot eat. It is a wood, it is nothing but. जो plants में रहता है, animals can digest some of this cellulose. A cellulose occurs exclusively in plants and it is the most abundant organic substance in plant kingdom, because in the plant leaf and the branches and everything is made by cellulose only. It is a predominant constituent of cell wall of plant cell. Plant cell में cell wall रहता है, वो cell wall is made by the cellulose. The cellulose is a straight chain. Cellulose has straight chain. So this is the cellulose structure. You can see here. This is the beta links. Beta बाहर मतलब ऊपर OH group से रहता है. Here also C1 C4 linkage is there. See, this cellulose is a polysaccharide. It's a composed only of beta D glucose. Only of beta D glucose units which are joined by glycosidic linkage between C1 of one glucose unit and C4 of the next glucose unit. C1 C4 is there. Here the important point is only beta D glucose. Okay, this is the point here. Next, glycogen. The glycogen is the carbohydrates are stored in animal's body as a glycogen. The glucose is stored as in the form of glycogen. It is also known as animal starch because its structure is similar to amylopectin and is rather more highly branched. It is present in liver, muscles and brain. When the body needs glucose, enzymes break the glycogen down to glucose. Glycogen is also found in the yeast and fungi. Okay, it is also like a glucose only. The glucose में amylose and amylopectin is there. So in the glycogen, the maximum structure is looks like amylopectin, which is not soluble in the water, insoluble वाला. 85% है starch में, लेकिन glycogen में maximum वही 100% है. So it is rather more highly branched. ठीक है? It is present in the liver, muscles and brain. It is also present in the yeast and fungi. वो glycogen है. It is stored in the animal's digestion system. Whenever it's required, it is decomposed into glucose. Next, importance of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are essentially for life in both plants and animals. That means in the plants kingdom and animals kingdom में carbohydrates role is maximum is there. They form a major portion of our food. Food में maximum carbohydrates are present. You can take चावल or roti. Okay, rice roti में maximum यही होगा carbohydrates. Honey has been used for a long time as an instant source of energy by Vaids in Ayurvedic system of medicine. You may find that in Ayurvedic system generally they will provide you some powders. So they used to tell this powder mix in the honey and take it. Okay? वो Ayurvedic में so many years back they found it is very useful to our body. So they were using. Carbohydrates are used as storage molecules as starch in the plants and glycogen in the animals. Plants are storing as a starch. That starch only we are taking as a grains, food grains. Then animals are storing as a glycogen. Whenever it's required, they will bring back and they will chew it properly, and they are using whenever glucose is required. Cell wall of bacteria and plants is made up of cellulose. Okay, every plant has a cell wall. Every plant has cells. Each cell has cell wall. That cell wall is made by glucose. We build furniture, etc. from cellulose in the form of wood. Now we are getting wood means that is nothing but cellulose only. Now where we are using this cellulose? The cellulose is used in the clothes ourselves with cellulose in the form of cotton fiber. They provide raw materials for many important industries like textile industries, paper industries, liquors and breweries. Okay, these all are coming from the plants only. Next, two aldopentoses, example D-ribose and deoxyribose. D-ribose and deoxyribose are present in nucleic acids. Carbohydrates are found in biosystem in combination with many proteins and lipids. See, in this chapter we will discuss about this nucleic acid also. In the nucleic acid may DNA and RNA. Okay, in that also it will come again. Pentose sugar we are using in that. D-ribose and deoxyribose. DNA में deoxyribose is there. RNA में ribose is there. Okay, these are the questions. Glucose or sucrose are soluble in water, but cyclohexane or benzene insoluble. Why? It is explained. Okay, just you think. Generally here hydrogen bonds are there. Here there is no hydrogen bonds because here OH group is there. Next, what are the expected product of hydrolysis of lactose? Just in the last video we discussed this. Lactose is the disaccharide. How do you explain the absence of aldehyde group in the pentaacetate of D-glucose? How do you explain the absence of aldehyde group in the pentaacetate D-glucose? You can see it is in the lecture 1. You can see it is a lecture 2. Glucose supersoluble in water. It is a general topic. It is a general topic. Okay, bye. Watch the videos, like it and share it.